we talk a little bit about what happened in the beginning of the race?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, rough and tumble.
Travis,
Here.
if you find that tweet, there's a tweet, athletics. Um, someone tweeted it out. But that okay, first of all, for those who didn't see it, Mohamed, here was put it up here. Mohamed basically body bagged Eric Avila and pulled him down with him. It was very okay. Avila was shoving Mohamed in the beginning, but then Mohamed really he's like, we're all going down together and just
Yeah.
yanked him down with him. What are your thoughts on this? Who's at fault? Are both at fault? What was your takeaway from that?
Well, I mean, it's very clear from the video evidence here. You don't need to call Secaucus, New Jersey and be on a headset for 10 minutes to realize that Ahmed grabs Avila's upper body and pulls him to the track. It's probably instinct take. Like, I don't think Mohamed was like, "You're going down with me, buddy." I think it's more just instinct of like you're falling and you grab onto anything that's around you. The big screw up here was they didn't call the race back. You got one thing that you have to do here if you're an official, and it wasn't like the fall happened towards the front of the pack or the side, or it was like as plain as day. And there were plenty of red flags because Ahmed, as you can see, he's going back and forth across that lane for 10 strides. You could totally see what is going to happen. You could have your pistol ready to call the race back. For some reason, they don't do it, which totally ruins the race for everybody involved. Ahmed comes back at night, though, and runs the 5,000 and wins that race. Was he run 13:18? So that's got to be the strangest day of racing for him. Avila came back and rabbited, I believe, so he got a little bit of.
He ran a 340. He also ran a 340-15 in like one of the slower 15 heats.
Oh, okay. So he was in. Did he rabbit? He rabbited another heat though, didn't he? As well.
I think he rabbited a little bit the 5K. Yeah.
Okay, so he ran 340. But Avila wanted the standard, needed the standard, right? So that's a missed opportunity for him. But yeah, I mean, if you were like, if this was a different sport where you could blow the whistle and assess the fouls, it would be on Ahmed. That's not the way track works. And the way track works is like the official has to get it right in the moment. Otherwise, the whole thing goes up in smoke. And that's basically what happened here.
What's this thing that Travis is trying to queue up? What's it, Dick Van Dyke? Woke up this morning like Dick Van Dyke. I can't read that. I can't read the text because my screen's too small. But Travis, if you can text it to us, it'll be funny. Anyway. What does it say?
A lot of falls this weekend, though. A lot of falls this weekend, though, with Festus Legat in the Big 12. I mean, not a fall, but some aggressive racing. I guess we'll say that.
Oh, that's Eric Avila. Woke up with Dick Van Dyke. Hey, man, yeah. Okay, so what do you think was worse? The body, the pulling down of Eric Avila, or what Festus Legat did to Yusuf Barisma? It was insane. Yeah. Like, what's worse?
This one is worse. Okay, it's different, right? Because he didn't. This is a more flagrant foul. Because you can't chalk it up to, okay, heat of the moment, the start, there's a bunch of people around me, I just grab it. Like, it's very clear what he's going to do. But he didn't ruin the other guy's race because he ended up winning the race. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, Yusuf still won the race. That was at the finish line, and Legat ended up getting DQ'd. Legat ran a fast time, but got second in that race. But that was so, like, I mean.
That's so blatant.
Basically, Festus Legat did what everyone wants to do, but always, like, chooses not to because they know they'll get in trouble. But he was just like, senior year, screw it. I want the win, even if I know I'm going to get DQ'd. I just want that feeling of winning. I think Yusuf had just beaten him in a 1500 like an hour prior, really close. Yeah. And he was like, I'm not letting it happen again, no matter what, even if I go down fighting. Because
here's the thing.
If you're gonna do Legat Yusuf drama. enticing.
You got to be gradual with that move. If you're going to try to move a guy outside, you got to be gradual with it. He took a very sharp, direct turn. Like, you can run people out and not get it called if you do it little by little. But he procrastinated on his move, and he waited till the last minute and then just totally took a right turn there. So I think that one is a more obvious call, but it had less of an impact on the race just because luckily he was able to stay on his feet and still win it. The thing that's unfair about track, if he gets wiped out there, there's no recourse. They don't give him 10 points. You DQ Legat, sure, but it ruins the person's race who actually won and deserved to win. We've seen that before, time and time again. You can punish the perpetrator, but you can't elevate the victim at all. You can't. The
only time though,
make him rerun the race or anything like that.
You can elevate the victim if it's a prelim, right? That's the only time you can elevate the victim.
Sure.
Because they can be like, "Oh, we'll advance you to the final." But yeah. I mean, because that happened multiple times in the trials last year, right? We saw like Craig Engels and Shaq Walker and all there back and forth in the 800, and people were getting advanced. We had a 9-person final in the 8, I think.
But like, and this probably would never happen, but you could be in the final of an 800, and with 50 meters to go, you're in 4th place. You could like full on tackle somebody like your DK Metcalf chasing them from behind. You would get DQ'd, but what would they do with the 3rd place person? They would get passed over. I mean, I'm sure there would be a lengthy appeals process if it was a trials spot on the line, but usually what happens is you just DQ the person who committed the foul, and then it's tough luck for everybody else.
Yeah. Imagine if that Big 12 finish was the exact same thing, but the person who was about to win gets pushed and falls. And it was what would USATF do? Would they just give the 3 trials positions to the 4th, like DQ the guy who did the push, and then give like 3rd and 4th the?
I don't think they would.
4th, 5th, and 6th make the team.
They would probably just elevate the next person up, because then there'd be all this. Well, but 4th place was charging. 4th place might have caught him too. So how do we know for sure that everybody would be like parsing the videotape? Dylan on the chat says Vincent Kiprop of Alabama and Luke Mead of Arkansas got DQ'd in the SEC 5K for cutting into each other and arm fighting. So I guess it was a chippy weekend all around. Yeah.
Arm fighting?
Arm fighting.
What is arm fighting? That's a new way to say the word shoving, I guess? Or
whenever I hear that,
it's called arm fighting.
I'm just reminded of Zoolander, where he goes, "They're breakdance fighting." That's all I think of when I hear arm fighting. Do we have video traps? Can we find videos?
Oh, here we go. We got the arm fighting. What is this?
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Are they showing it? I don't see the arm fight. Where's the arm fight? Okay, nothing. We're looking at each other. All right. Oh, boom.
My goodness. Oh.
It's like a hockey check.
That's not arm fighting. That's hip fighting.
That's Vincent definitely like what you. That's like trying to draw contact in a basketball game right there. Vincent Kiprop listening too much to the NBA track podcast known as the FloTrack podcast. That's hilarious.
This is definitely, there's something going on between Alabama and Arkansas in this meet. What's funny though is, okay, so he gets DQ'd for that, right? But it's like no harm, no foul. They both stay on their feet. They're both able to keep running.
Yeah.
There needs to be somebody who's able to discern in real time whether or not that warrants a DQ. Do you think he knew at that moment he was going to get DQ'd?
This is a 5K and they're 4 minutes and 53 seconds into it. That's got to be a super annoying. It's like, I run 10 more minutes and I don't even know I'm getting DQ'd.
The flag goes up. Yeah. Well, Dylan also says the arm fighting started at the 200 meter mark, so it went on basically for more than a mile here. But yeah, that was
gotta love Arkansas Alabama rivalry. Gotta love it.
SEC, man. I guess everywhere. This is incredible. All right, let's talk about Laird.